Hi. How is everybody today? I hope you're well. I hope you are well. So, today, I suppose I could wait for a couple of my friends to drop in, or I could just acknowledge the fact that it's a video and we could just talk. So, I'm just gonna talk. Today, in yoga, the topic today was stretch. And, it was really interesting because a lot of people, they say, oh, I can't do yoga, I'm not flexible. Well, we don't do yoga to only flexible people do yoga. That's not really a thing. Although yoga does help flexibility. Like, you don't have to be flexible in order to do yoga. You just do yoga. You do it however you do it. And if this is all you got, then this is all you got. You put your effort there. You put your focus there. You try. And she talked about it's not just stretching the physical body, but it's also stretching the mind and stretching the soul. So, like, what I really like about Yoga with Adrienne is we do different stretches and different exercises. So it, like, really is like yoga for the brain. Like, wait, I don't know how to do this. You know, sometimes I have to, like, open my eyes and peek at the video to, like, look. But I really appreciate how I feel as though I'm stretching my mind to new dimensions, and I'm realizing that there's a different way to go about life and to do things. So, stretch. Today, I have done something different. Yesterday, I did something different. I did not do yoga before I did the video, and I ended up not doing the Yoga with Adrienne yesterday. Of course, I still did yoga in the morning out in the front yard, but I mean, whatever, that's just what I do on a day-to-day basis. But, so I tried not doing yoga before the video. I didn't really I didn't like it. I felt like my thoughts were kind of jumbled, and I was, like, at the store, and I just came back, and I was like, what is happening? But anyway, so today I just finished. And it's interesting because the new thing that I did today is I stayed shut in. Instead of, like, opening up every single window and door to my house and just, like, letting the breeze flow through, I closed everything up. I didn't even draw the blinds. I mean, I just drew this blind. But I just kept all the blinds down and I just stayed in. And it's interesting because I really went within myself too, because I do not feel well. I have been dealing with, the stuffy nose and the itchy eyes and, like, the scratchy throat, that kind of thing. And so in order to help myself feel a little bit better, I decided to stay shut in and focus on myself and really contemplate where this is coming from. Because when something settles in the body and we get a disease in the body, it has an energetic start or an emotional start. And it's kind of like the last defense once it's in the physical. It's like your body screaming at you, hey, deal with this. So today I decided to shut all the windows and doors. I did turn on the air conditioning, and I'm dealing with it. And every single thing, every disease is a blessing. It's an opportunity for growth, for expansion, to learn something new about yourself, about myself. And this morning I did do yoga out in the front yard while the baby was taking her early morning nap. She has like 1,000 naps. She's napping right now. And while the baby was taking her early morning nap, I was doing yoga in the front yard, and I held my arms wide and I said, I am open and receptive to all the good and prosperity life offers me. And I said it a couple times. But I was sneezing as I was out there. I was like, it's you. I was doing my balance practice, tree pose, where you, like, stand with your foot up, foot press. Let me just do it. Where you stand with your foot pressed here. Anyway, so I was doing balance practice, and, giving glory to the sun and thanking it for providing all of the energy to all of the beings down here. And I was sneezing, like, I was like, okay, this is ridiculous. What is going on? And so I decided to shut all the windows and doors and stay inside and do some Googling and super sleuthing and get to the bottom of this. And I don't want to say it's allergies, but I'm going to go ahead and talk about it like that just so that there's like a connection, you understand allergies and whatnot. So allergies is really just, and especially to like seasonal allergies, pollen is something that's been around since we've had noses. It's a very natural thing, and it's in the natural world, and yet we find that we are, or some people, like I don't want to say that I'm allergic to it, but just so we can like make a bridge and you can understand my thoughts here. And since I've changed my diet, I had not dealt with seasonal allergies. So this is 3 years with no seasonal allergies, except for this year now. And I wanted to understand why they're coming back now, what I'm doing differently, what my thought processes are, try to understand. And what I came to realize is that along with the allergies themselves, I don't even want to say it because I feel like the more I talk about it and say that I have allergies, the more I cement it and make it true. So I realized that the more that I'm noticing this reaction that my body is giving to certain environmental stresses and whatnot, I'm noticing that, like, I don't know, I'm trying to figure out where it comes from, where it stems from. And so, like, if my body is giving off an action, like if my gut, my immune system is saying these particles floating around the air, this is bad, and it's firing a whole bunch of white blood cells and firing histamines, why are you doing that, body? And the reason why is because there is a mindset that I hold. There is an energy, a vibration that I'm carrying with me that is so negative, and I become so numb to it that my mind is not recognizing it as a negative thing. And so it is, here it is, it's coming. It's like, I feel a sneeze coming. My mind is holding on to this negative thought, and it's so numb, I can't even recognize it, and yet my body had to become the one that became sensitive to this negative thought process. Because everything gets created twice. It first becomes manifest in thoughts, and then after it becomes a thing. It becomes real and tangible. So yeah, I'm having this negative thought, and I don't understand where it's coming from. I want to blow my nose right now. But I'm very grateful. I'm very grateful for this opportunity to get to know myself better, because I realized that I tried to ask myself, where did this come from? And when I was younger, and it would be summertime, my parents would just be like, go outside. And I would be like, I don't want to go outside. And they'd be like, but don't get dirty. Because my mom always, we had this one house where it was white, all white, everything. White couches, white floors, white. I mean, it was just a sea of white. So, of course, me and all my brothers and sisters were just okay, you want us to go outside, but we can't get dirty because our clean clothes. So, I didn't want to go outside, and I didn't want to be dirty, but we would go outside anyway, and, I would see bugs, and I would, and I would see dogs, and I would, and I would see pollen, and so over time, these stressors just caused me to react this way toward the outdoors, because now it seems as though the only time I can get relief is when I'm in closed doors with the air conditioning going, and I'm not even like that relieved. I'm still feeling pressure, and that's how I know that it's a thought pattern and not just something else. I don't know, it's crazy. What did I write down? Or something that happened a lot. I would forget my key and I would be locked out of the house. And I would just be outside by myself for an indeterminate amount of time. Just be outside. It was really stressful. I didn't want to be outside. And so now outside is like a dangerous area for me. And I love outside. I'm outside eating melons so much. And yet now in this space, it's starting to affect me more than it has in years, which is crazy. That's okay. Something has come to the surface. Hi, Mommy. I was literally just talking about you. I was just talking about how you guys would kick me out of the house and lock us out of the house and make us go play. It's funny that you're watching. My mother's on watching me on this live video. That's hilarious. But yeah, so like earlier today I was, what did you say, Mommy? I know you heard me. I'm on the live video, Mommy. Like, I know. It's okay. But anyway, so what was I talking about? Yeah, I would either like leave my key. Hey, you, I haven't seen you in years. Nice to see you again, Louie, or at least see you on the live video. I was talking about how my parents used to kick me out of the house and make me go play outside because it's the 90s. And my mother is actually the only other person that's watching right now. So, you know, that's something. But, yeah, so I'm just really learning how to deal with my allergies and listen to my body and try to sort through this jumble of my mind mess to really heal and cure. Because I love you too, Louie. I could take like antihistamines. Sure, I could cover up all my symptoms and I could just slap a band-aid on this bullet wound like I had been doing. Or I could actually deal with myself, stop lying and stop distracting myself from what's really going on with me, and get to the root of what this is and what this means. Like I said yesterday, like I am allergic to animals and dogs and cats and things. And it was because like I was the kid that would like bring the animals home and I would like hide them in my closet. Like my parents just weren't aware of the fact that I was hiding like a black cat in my closet. Or I had a black dog named Africa, and like I just wanted to take home all the strays and all of the birds. I had fish, I had all sorts of stuff. Hey, Ryan. And so like I wasn't allowed to express my love of animals because I'd always get, of course, into crazy trouble. And then it just led me to just be like, you know what, I don't even want to deal with animals. And I would just like get this tick, and then all of a sudden now as an adult I'm allergic to freaking animals. It's just strange. And it's interesting how the mind plays, because I mean, I guess at one point, you know, you could think, well, maybe these are just psychosemantic, like you're just making this all up in your head and you're not actually allergic, you're not experiencing allergies, or you're not experiencing these things. And yet, like, this is nasal congestion. There's an itchy throat here. I can't even touch my eyes because if I do, I'm going to scratch them for 45 minutes. And like my ears. But it's okay. I'm actually really thankful for this opportunity to learn and grow. Learn more about myself and to grow as an individual. Because when you're curing diseases and dis-ease and really like getting to the root of why it's here, you have to get dirty. And like I refuse to get dirty because, are you still on, Mommy? I hope you are. because my mom would refuse to let us get dirty because God forbid we had dirty clothes and messed up hair and scuffs on our shoes. We would get into so much trouble. And I'm just realizing that like this kind of programming, like this perfectionist programming is like so detrimental to a child that is like messy, wants to play and all of this stuff. Like my floor was so sticky yesterday because I just let the baby go to town. We eat watermelon outside because I don't want to clean it up inside. And the second she's done eating it, I just like pick her up and just go wash her off. Like, shh, just hose her off. She's good. But like my childhood wasn't like that. It's like you couldn't even get messy. You couldn't get dirty. We would go get our hair like done at the beauty salon, and like for Easter or Christmas or something. And then like have to sit there and like try to sleep on it, but like if we messed it up, oh hot dog, we were in such trouble. Seems silly now. I don't know, it just seems silly now. But I was dealing with that and coming out of the perfectionist programming and being okay with where I'm at right now. Allergies. It's like it's reinforced in children that grow up in like really super clean homes. They have more allergies because it's like the parents are constantly cleaning and they're hyper vigilant, and so the children learn from their example that the world is dangerous and that the world is bad, and as it is and as it comes. And so we find that there's a lot more allergies and allergic reactions and of that sort. It's just interesting. You know, I've been Googling allergies, and what I do is I Google metaphysical causes to, and then like whatever my ailment is. And then I learn more about it. I sit and I meditate on it, and I try to ask myself, where did this come from? When did this start? With my allergies thing today, I asked myself where it came from, and I was like transported back in my mind to like, we lived in this house in Farmington Hills, and I remember like one day they like kicked us out and they locked the door, and I was like standing, like there was like a bush or whatever and like a big rock, and I like sat on the rock, and I was like, and I just felt like, man, I don't want to be outside. It's hot out here. There's nothing to do. Where am I gonna go? It's the fucking 90s. Like, I was like a kid. Like, where am I gonna go? You know, just feeling like lost and just shitty. And I just remember like wanting to cry, but like I didn't cry. But like going back in that memory today, I did cry. Like, and it was like really strange. And sometimes we just need to express these emotions that we hold back, you know, all those times and you're like, I'm not gonna cry, I'm strong, you know, all that shit that like gets locked inside of you, that is energy now, that is locked inside of you, that is holding you up stagnant, and it like wreaks havoc. Man, I don't want to say that I'm healing. I don't like to say healing anymore. I like to say integrating. Because I'm really just, I don't know if you're a math person, I loved integrating. Anyway, but integrating is really just like taking all these fractured pieces of me and like slowly, one by one, putting these pieces together. And like, I'm like, oh, I'll be healed in like a year. Like, this is a lifelong journey. It's like your childhood, your quick childhood, like it's just long enough to fuck you up for life. And so you have to spend the rest of your life putting your pieces back together. Bah! Whatever. I don't know, it gives me something to do. I love puzzles, so. Oh, allergies. And see, now that I'm like in a better mood, and it's like, it's my relationship to these memories, and my relationship to how I feel about my childhood, and the better outlook I have on that, the more I can breathe through my nose. And it's so simple and it's so easy, and yet I just have to remain aware of it. metaphysics, man. Metaphysics. The world is more than just what you can see and touch and taste and feel. We all know the wind. You can't fucking see it. You can't grab it. You can't hold on to the wind. And yet we all know it's there. Like, we can take any radio and tune it. AM, FM. You can't see AM, FM radio waves. You can't see the Wi-Fi. You can't see Bluetooth. And yet it's there. Yet I can hook up my iPad to the speaker. And yet I can do all these things and we can't see it, but it's there. And so paying attention to just what's here and, oh, science says, man, fuck science, because this stuff was around before science was. It's like observation, it's inquiry, it's sitting with myself, and asking questions, asking tough questions, reliving sometimes some of the things that I had to go through, and just sitting with myself and saying, I'm not leaving you. That's what I do to my inner child. I say, like when we have a deep thing that we need to get through, I say, I'm not leaving you. I told my inner child that I'm not using any substances like that, no more alcohol or cigarettes or pot or drugs or anything. I'm not leaving you. I'm staying with you. So like I hold my inner child's hand, and like we'll stand there. Like earlier today when I cried, I was like, I'm here with you. And like, so I'm sitting there on the rock pouting, and I just was that little girl again, and I just embodied it, and I just let the tears flow. It was really nice. Yeah. Hey, thanks for your support. But yeah, so allergies. I refuse to take any more damn antihistamines. I'm gonna deal with myself, and I'm not leaving myself. I'm gonna be present. That's why I started using the present emoji, because I'm present. Bradley Pomeroy, present. Yeah, but yeah, so allergies and trying something new. Today I shut all the windows and doors, kept all the blinds down, stayed off of social media, and just like asked tough questions of myself. I Googled metaphysical causes for what I'm currently experiencing. I sat and analyzed my emotions and let myself feel. I watched Netflix. I did, and it was nice. I don't know. I tried something new today. Instead of worrying about my 5-day challenge, and I'm not even worried about it. It's really great. I'm so excited for it. I'm just like piecing the last bits of the puzzle together and getting the 10-day boot camp, 10-day self-love boot camp up and running. It's going to be a great time because I feel like I'm going through these motions now in preparation to really help folks and be present for the self-love boot camp, for the Date Yourself challenge. Oh, we're gonna love ourselves, I swear. If you want to join the waiting list for the 5-day self-love or 5-day Date Yourself challenge, I'll make sure that the URL is in the comment section. But anyway, stretch. Today, stretch your mind. Think something new. Think a different thought. Open your mind and your heart and your body and your soul to new understandings and new ways of living and new ways of being. Oh, thank you. Watching with Louie, just wanted to say hi from my page. Love to you. Love to you as well. Thank you so much. I'm just out here loving myself, or learning how to love myself. It's a journey. It's a motherfucking journey. Let me tell you what. But after going out and trying to buy things and trying to stuff it with sex and drugs. Oh, I love sex. Sex is great. Especially when you're drunk. Woo! I was drunk for 15 fucking years. Are you kidding me? Jesus Christ. But yeah. and then realizing that, like, that's not where it's at. It's not sustainable. So I had to find something new. And oddly enough, loving yourself is a lot cheaper than buying makeup or really cool clothes or hair extensions or hair dye. Who knew? Anyway, take care. I love you. I love you as an extension of me. And I'm learning to love me. I love me. Thank you for watching my self-love confessions. I love you. Take care.